Queen Elizabeth I and her feelings on her mother's execution. Queen Elizabeth I was born on the 7th of September 1533 at Greenwich Palace near London, England. Her birth was a significant event as she was the daughter of King Henry VIII and his second wife, Queen Anne Boleyn, and was seen as a symbol of hope for the Tudor dynasty. Please continue to support my channel by subscribing. However, her birth was also surrounded by controversy, as her parents' marriage was not yet widely accepted and there were already rumours of Anne's infidelity. This created a climate of uncertainty and anxiety surrounding Elizabeth's birth and early childhood. It is unclear whether Queen Anne Boleyn had a chance to raise Queen Elizabeth I before her execution. Anne was arrested in May of 1536 and was beheaded on charges of treason and adultery just a few weeks later in early June. Given the speed of events, it is possible that Elizabeth was taken away from her mother soon after her arrest and may not have seen her again before her execution. There are also accounts that suggest that Anne may have been separated from Elizabeth for some time prior to her arrest, as she was unable to provide a male heir to King Henry VIII and was falling out of favour at the time. Regardless of the specifics of their time together, it is clear that Anne's death had a profound impact on Elizabeth and shaped her personality and approach to politics throughout her life. Queen Elizabeth I was brought up primarily by her governess, Cat Ashley, who was appointed to the role when Elizabeth was just a child. Cat Ashley remained with Elizabeth throughout her life and was a trusted and valued member of her household. In addition to Cat Ashley, Elizabeth received a rigorous education from a number of tutors, including William Grindal and Roger Ascham, who were known for their humanist and Protestant leanings. Elizabeth's education was focused on a wide range of subjects, including languages, history, and religion, and she was well versed in classical literature and was known to be an accomplished musician. During her teenage years, Elizabeth was imprisoned several times during the reign of her half-sister, Queen Mary I, and it was during this time that she developed a strong sense of caution and a distrust for those in power. After her release, Elizabeth continued her education and was eventually crowned Queen of England in 1558. Despite her strained relationship with her father, King Henry VIII, Elizabeth's upbringing and education prepared her well for the challenges that she would face as queen and helped to shape her into one of England's greatest monarchs. Anne Boleyn, the second wife of King Henry VIII, was executed on the 19th of May 1536. She was charged with treason, adultery and witchcraft, and was accused of having an affair with multiple men, including her own brother. King Henry VIII ordered her execution after she failed to produce a male heir for the monarchy. Anne's execution was a significant event in English history, as it marked the beginning of King Henry VIII's break with the Roman Catholic Church and its establishment of the Church of England. Her death also had a profound impact on her daughter Elizabeth, who was just 2 years old at the time, and was declared illegitimate and removed from the line of succession. Anne's execution was widely condemned and remains a controversial topic to this day. Some historical scholars argue that she was a victim of political machinations and was wrongly accused, while others believe that she was guilty of the crime that she was charged with. Regardless of the circumstances surrounding her death, Anne Boleyn's legacy continues to capture the imagination and spark debate among historians and the general public. Queen Elizabeth I was deeply affected by the execution of her mother, Queen Anne Boleyn. Elizabeth was only 2 years old when her mother was beheaded on charges of treason and adultery. Despite her young age, the trauma of the event stayed with her throughout her life, and she never forgot the sacrifice that her mother made. However, Elizabeth was also aware of the political implications of her mother's death and the danger that it posed to her own safety. She learned at an early age to keep her emotions in check and to be cautious in her relationships with others, especially those in positions of power. Throughout her reign, Elizabeth was faced with difficult decisions and constantly had to balance her personal feelings with her duty to her country. Nevertheless, she remained fiercely proud of her mother and never forgot the sacrifice that she made. Queen Elizabeth I's relationship with her father, King Henry VIII, was complicated and tumultuous. King Henry famously had her mother executed, and as a result, Elizabeth had a strained relationship with her father throughout her life, and was often unsure of his affections towards her. Despite this, Elizabeth was declared illegitimate and removed from the line of succession after her mother's execution, and her education and upbringing was severely impacted as a result. However, when Elizabeth was a teenager, she was restored to the line of succession under the rule of her half-sister, Queen Mary I, who was a devout Catholic. During Queen Mary's reign, Elizabeth was imprisoned several times on suspicion of plotting against the Queen, and it was during this time that she developed a strong sense of caution. When Elizabeth became Queen, she faced various threats to her rule, and often faced with difficult decisions regarding religion and politics, but she ultimately proved to be a strong and capable leader who ruled England for 44 years. Despite her strained relationship with her father, Elizabeth is widely regarded as one of England's greatest monarchs. Please continue to support my channel by subscribing. Please comment, like and subscribe if you wish for more stories, and leave your suggestions below and I will endeavour to cover them.